Hey y'all, before I get to today's layout share, I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about a purchase that I made. And this was from Close to My Heart, and this is the Good Life scrapbooking workshop. And I got the workshop because I wanted the extra papers that came in it and the die cuts. So if you follow anybody that is a Close to My Heart maker, you will have seen this, so I'm not going to flip through it right now. When I use it, I will show the papers. But I did want to mention that a week or so after I received my order, the Close to My Heart maker that I ordered this from, it was my first order with her, she sent me some Happy Mail. And I was so surprised, and I thought that was so sweet of her. And her name is Michelle McCants, McCants. If you are interested in learning more about Close to My Heart products, she scrapbooks a lot with those. And that's who I placed my order with. But I just wanted to show you what she sent me. She sent me this beautiful thank you card, and inside of it is a post-it note thanking me for my order, which I thought was so cool because then, look at here, you can take out the post-it note and you have a card that you can send to somebody. And I thought that was so sweet and thoughtful of her to do that. But I'm sure I will use this card eventually, but I just think it is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to enjoy it myself for a little while before I send it along to somebody else. She also sent me a little gnome stamp, and it says hello, so that would be cute to put on a card and to color it in, or even on a scrapbook page. And then she shared with me some of their new color, and it's called Journey, some sequins, and some of these enamel dots, and they're glittery, and they're such a beautiful vibrant blue, and then some hearts, stars, and circle enamel shapes. And so I was just really tickled to get that, and that was so sweet of her to do that. So if you're watching, thank you again, Michelle. And let's get to the layout. Now, what I had talked about in a previous video was that as I was in the mood, I was going to complete a full month of Pagemaps sketches, and I had done this sketch previously, and I did another one. I've just been kind of in a sketch mood lately when I need to be working on some crop and create layouts from the last crop and create event, because I have my stuff for the next event coming up next month. But I just really have been in a mood to play with sketches, so I just kind of go with what I feel like doing, because it's so much more enjoyable when you just can do what you want in your hobby, whatever mood strikes you. That's part of the reason of having a hobby, is you can do what you want. So I did a sketch, and I did this one down here, this 12 by 12 single, and that's the sketch right there. And when I saw that little border, I knew exactly what punch I wanted to pull out, and it was one that I had bought at Tuesday morning, you know, recently, in the past year or so, I call that recently, was this big scallop border. I love it. And so when I saw that little design, I said, I'm going to pull that punch out and use it. And that's what I did for my border. And here is my layout. And I pretty much followed the sketch, except I did not put anything like right there in that bottom corner because it just looked too crowded for me with this big die cut right here. And oh, I was gonna pull out the tool I used to make that. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. And make sure I'm recording. Yes, I am. Now, the papers that I used for this came in my Scrap Room Flavors of the Month. And it is Chamel's new line, Main Character Energy. And so we got some papers and some embellishments. And as I said before, I keep all of my scraps, all of my branding strips until I am done with the papers pretty much. Then I will not keep the branding strips and the little bitty scraps. But that is what I use. And let me tell you, when this came out, I looked at it and I thought, you know, that's not a collection that I was really interested in having or, you know, wanting to purchase or put in the effort to purchase, because I still have a lot of other Chamel that's in this same style, because it's more, to me, a lot of it is more juvenile, and I just don't need a lot of it. But I got it in the scrap room, and I was so happy I did, because I loved what I got. It gave me a good sample of it, and I was happy to play with it. But I wouldn't necessarily have went and looked at all the papers and picked certain ones out. But I'm glad that I have what I have, and that's what's great about the Flavors of the Month, is you get a little taste, a little flavor of new collections. And then that way, you know, if you really loved it, you could always buy some more. And I did not feel the need to have any more of this. I was happy with what I had, even though I didn't initially seek out to purchase it. So anyway, back to the layout. I used that big scallop punch here to make this border. And I used a strip of stripe paper for this little shelf here. And I actually cut into some ledger paper, which I don't normally do. I usually use ledger paper as a background. And then I took another, I believe this may have been a border strip up here with these cameras for the top, because they had a strip down here and a strip up here. They had 3 photos. I had 2. And I did not put my title up at the top because I found this, and I believe this was from another of Chamel's collection, because I made this one a while back, so I can't exactly remember. And so I pulled out my other Chamel stuff, and then I think that's where that came from it. And then, you know what, I don't even remember if this is part of Main Character Energy or not. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But this said, make your dreams real. And then I put the number 7 because this is my granddaughter on her actual 7th birthday. She had a party, but it was, you know, the upcoming weekend, and her birthday was during the week. So I went over to tell her, my husband and I went over to tell her happy birthday, and her mama had decorated her room for her while she was asleep, and she was just tickled about these things hanging here off of the door, like a little curtain. And so she kept walking through it and saying, "Take my picture, Gigi," because I was trying to get a picture of her standing in front of it. And so I wanted to get a picture of her face, of course, and then I wanted to get a picture of her beautiful hair. She's only had her hair trimmed once, I believe, since she was born. And she's 7, so that's like 7 years of hair growth right there. So I wanted to capture that. And she's got beautiful little curls. And that's why I have the kind of the back side of her. So what I wanted to show you was, for this, I popped this up and I wanted to put it on something that, because this outline was dark and my photo mat was dark, I wanted to put it on something to make it pop a little bit more. So I pulled out an old school tool. If you've been around the scrapbooking world a long time, you will know this tool. If not, this is how we scrapbook back in the day. And it is called Magic Matter. And you get a perfect mat every time. Because what you do is you decide what size you want. This is magnetic. This mat is magnetic. And so, yes, I mean, it holds pretty good because I haven't lost one yet. Knock on wood. So what you do is you take whichever size you want, you put it around the item you want to make a mat, you put your pencil in and you trace around it, and it creates this mat. It's crazy. Let me find something. Let's see if I can, I'm looking to grab something real quick. And of course, that I'm looking, I will, here, I'll do something easy. This is a, put it on the back side of this. This is a heart. This is actually from Chamel's, one of her lines. This is a heart. And this is a 1/8 of an inch. This is a chipboard, so I'm going to kind of stick it down. And you just take your pencil and you trace around it. And then you cut it out. So that's an 1/8 of an inch, and this one is a 1/4 of an inch. And it's going to make a bigger, less defined heart shape that you could do. So you could actually even cut this one out and put it on top of that one. And let's just try. I don't think I've ever used anything bigger than the 1/8 of an inch. And I don't know how this is going to work. Let's try this big, humongous 1/2 inch one. And yeah, you get a bigger heart shape, but it's, you know, less defined. So this may bring back some memories for some of you. Some of you may still have yours. If you had one, comment below. And if you still have it, comment below. Because I'm just curious to see if you still have this. Because it is easy to misplace, or one of these magnets. These metal pieces to get knocked off of the magnet. So that is my layout. I still have to journal, and I'm just going to journal about her turning 7. And she didn't do nothing, you know, crazy that day for her birthday, but she did have a skate party that weekend. And I did cut out of one of the cardstock that came in the kit. I just punched out another border right here and used this pattern paper and then that purple as the background. So that is it for this layout. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.